Oh. Daisy, Aslan, grab the journal. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
السلام عليكم. السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو الحي الذي لا يموت وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الأمة وتركها على المحاجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك. عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي تقوى الله يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منكما رجالا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. اللهم اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي امري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. أما بعد. Dear brother and sister, we thank Allah Azza wa Jal for allowing us to come here to Jumu'ah prayer. We thank Allah Azza wa Jal for making private blessing for us and make us able to attend Jumu'ah. Amma ba'd. Brother and sister, life can be divided in general in 3 stages. So the first stage, the stage that you get educated, prepare yourself for life. The second stage, where you be performing, where you work. And then the third stage is the retirement. Basically, in the first stage, you go to school, you learn knowledge, and you try to get as much as qualifications. So when you work, you make very well. And when you're at time of performing, you work actually, you do whatever you can to support yourself, your family, and then you start thinking of retirement. And living here in the United States and coming from financial sectors, retirement is one of the most topics that people talk around all the time. People think about how much we need for retirement, is it enough, is it more? So what's retirement? So basically retirement is when you work, you get paid. When you stop work, you stop getting paid. So the retirement is coming that say at certain age, when you stop work, you still get paid. So this is a retirement in general. So you will find in the United States here in America, most of Americans, they think about retirement. Did we put enough money? Shall we put more? Every single thing in your life, when you start work, you think about retirement. You think about, shall I put more? When you buy a house, you say, like, shall I put more or shall I get less? Which better to keep more in retirement? So retirement is something that really people do pay attention to. Now, this khutbah, inshallah, will talk about the retirement of this life. The retirement in Islam. We'll take the same concept of the retirement that we apply in our daily life, is that when you work, you get paid, you stop work, you still get paid, but if you have a retirement, you stop work, you still keep getting paid. We'll take the same concept and apply in our life, our Islamic life, is that in your life, you do actions, you do what Allah asks us to do, and you get rewards. And then when you die, you stop getting any rewards. So this is the purpose of our life. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. The purpose of this life is that Allah created us so we can worship Allah. So this is a test. Our life is the test. When we are living our life, we do the actions. If we follow the lead of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Allah asks us to do, we will get rewards for it until we passed away. So once we passed away, we stop getting anything. That's it. However, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إِذَا مَاتَ ابْنُ آدَمَ انْقَطَعَ عَمَلُهُ إِلَّا مِنْ ثَلَاثٍ. When the son of Adam passed away, all his action, all his reward will stop, except for those 3. So in other words, it's the same concept of retirement. You work, you get paid. When you stop work, you still get paid because you have a retirement. So this is the same thing. When you're in your life, you get rewards. You get rewards from your actions that you do in your daily life. You pray, you fast, you get rewards for that. But when you passed away, you stop except for those three actions. If you have these three actions, you passed away, and your rewards will keep counting towards the day of judgment. What's those three actions? So the first one is صدقة جارية. So there are three. صدقة جارية, علم ينتفع به, ولد صالح يدعو له. If you have these three, then each one of them will keep counting even though you passed away. So let's take them one by one. The first one is صدقة جارية. The exact definition or the exact translation of صدقة جارية is ongoing charity. So ongoing charity is that something, a charity that you put, and when you passed away, it's still counting towards. Just very classic example is building the masjid. So soon, inshallah, you build a masjid, people will come, you pray, everyone pray, you will get the reward, and you will get, inshallah, good deed towards you. Once you passed away, most likely the masjid will stay open, and people will come to the masjid and pray. Now, although you passed away, although your action is not rewarded, but because this ongoing charity, everyone come to the masjid, everyone pray, even though you're under the ground, even though you're in the grave, you still get rewards for that. This is called ongoing charity. So anything that you do that still exists after you die, it's called ongoing charity. And the example of that is countless. It's countless example for that. One of the example is that like establishing a well for water. So some cities, some towns, they don't have access to water. If you actually establish water, and when you pass away, this water well will still exist. People will come, will get the benefit from that. This is called ongoing charity. So even though you passed away, your reward is still counting. So all the way until the day of judgment. Another example of ongoing charity is supporting Muslim community, supporting Islamic schools. So for example, currently we live in non-Muslim majority community. So we don't really have that much of Islamic school. We have Sunday school, we have regular school. Majority of these schools, they are operating based on funding. So if you make a donation for like a Quran class, where you, for example, giving Quran, and then you pass away, still the Quran exists that you donated for the kids. So whenever they read from that Quran, this is called ongoing charity. So this is a charity that counts even after you pass away. Another example for that, if you support actual Muslims, the Muslim can attend like to learn Quran. So you have the financial ability to support that, and you actually teach the kids by donating money. So this is called ongoing charity. So anything that exists after you passed away, this is called ongoing charity. And these charity, even that you passed away, you still count towards you, and you will keep accumulating good deeds and rewards until the day of judgment. Now, if we can apply it in our modern life and the life of internet of things and all of that stuff still exists, like you can actually do ongoing charity in a very simple way. Like for example, sharing online. So for example, if you have like a YouTube channel, anyone can create a YouTube channel and start posting like Quran on YouTube channels. So this is also towards ongoing charity, because the same concept, if you passed away and something still exists, this is called ongoing charity. So let's say, for example, I create a YouTube channel, I post the Quran there, and people are going and listen to the Quran there. So this is the ongoing charity. If I passed away, people still go online, listen from my YouTube channel. They actually listen because I uploaded it. So this is called ongoing charity. Share a story with you. One of my friends back in the day, he used to have a grandfather passed away. He was a student at that time. He couldn't do anything for his grandfather. I said, like, I need to do something for my grandfather. So what he did, and that was a long time ago, when it was like YouTube is not something that's really popular. So what he did is he created a channel and he just uploaded Surah Al-Baqarah. And now it has millions of views of that Surah Al-Baqarah, or Mshara al-Afasi. He was one of the first people who apply online, and it was really hard to apply online because of the internet and all of that stuff. So imagine that person, if he passed away, or for his grandfather, this is keep counting for you, because this is a very simple thing that he put it ongoing and it's keep happening. So this is the first step in our khutbah, which is ongoing charity. And we have a very merciful religions, the Islam. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man dalla ala khayr falahu mithlu ajri fa'il." Sometimes you know that there's some places that they need a masajid. There's some things that's really good that you can do, but you don't have the ability to do. So, for example, we can't build a masjid, we can't do this thing, but you know someone who can do that. So the translation of the hadith, "Man dalla ala khayr falahu mithlu ajri fa'ilih," the translation of this hadith, whoever got a Muslim to do a good deed, and this Muslim did that good deed, that person who got it will get the same reward of the person who's doing the good deed, without anyone missing any rewards on that. So, for example, if you know there is an idea you can do and it's an ongoing charity, but you cannot do it, but you refer one Muslim to do it, then inshallah, will also count towards you. So don't be silent. Whenever you come up with an idea, please go and spread the word about it. So this is about the ongoing charity. The second type of the second type of انقطع عمل ابن آدم إلا من ثلاث, which is علم ينتفع به. So knowledge that people will get benefits from. So first, we are the Ummah of Taqwa. So we're the nation of freedom. So we are the nation of freedom. The first order coming in Islam is Taqwa. The first word in Islam, Taqwa. So that's the first order to read. So as a Muslim nation, part of our nation should be that we're a very knowledgeable nation. Now, unfortunately, we're away from that, but we'll always try to aim to go through where the Ummah of freedom, we should always educate ourselves. So going back to the knowledge, there's two types of knowledge. There's knowledge that we will get benefit from, and there is knowledge that we don't get benefit from. So give you like a really classic example of knowledge that you get benefit from and knowledge that you don't get benefit from. Knowledge you don't get benefit from is sometimes you go to school, you attend the class, you study the material, but you just do it for the exam. Once you do the exam, once you do the test, that's it. You don't care about the knowledge. You just do it because it's part of the requirement that you have to do this knowledge. Now, the other type is that you do this knowledge actually to learn it and apply it in your life. That's why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say this powerful dua, Allahumma allimna ma yanfa'una, wanfa'na bima 'allamtana wa zidna 'ilma. Oh Allah, teach us and let us gain a knowledge that will benefit us. And oh Allah, let us benefit from the knowledge that you gain it to us. And oh Allah, zidna ilma. And oh Allah, give us more from the knowledge. So we have to pay more attention when it's come to the knowledge, what type of knowledge we are spreading, what type of knowledge we are putting ourselves to bear. If that knowledge is benefiting us, we should spread it. So so as a Muslim, we should spread that, we should spread the knowledge. And example of that is, imagine you teach a kid how to read Surah Al-Fatiha. This person who learned how to read Surah Al-Fatiha, if you passed away, every time this kid reading Surah Al-Fatiha, you will get reward, even that you passed away. Imagine you help in educating other kids. Again, the same example we said in ongoing charity. Imagine you were part of a group or organization that help educating people about Islam. So this is what goes towards two categories here, ongoing charity and ilmun yuntafa'u bih. So you're actually part of the knowledge that people will gain a benefit from, even though you passed away. So let's get back to this, the khutbah title. Today we are talking about the retirement of life, not the actual retirement where you stop work, you still get paid. No, this is when you passed away, your rewards and your deed will keep counting because these actions that you do. The first one is ongoing charity, and the second one is ilmun yuntafa'u bih. So the ilmun yuntafa'u bih is the knowledge that you spread that people will get benefit from. And when it comes to knowledge, there is a spectrum of knowledge. Some of the knowledge is Islamic knowledge, people will get benefit from. And if you spread it, you inshallah, you will get benefit from that. And people who learn it, you will get benefit from. There's also like this other type of knowledge, the science knowledge, the IT knowledge, the computer science knowledge. There's so many parts of knowledge. So as a Muslim, if you spread all that knowledge, you also will get benefit from that. So as a Muslim, we should always try to educate others. We should always try to spread the knowledge. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ballighu anni walau ayah." Prophet Muhammad said, spread a small word about me, even a small ayah. If you tell about me, this is a knowledge that people can get benefited from. This is something that keep counting for you even if you passed away. And sometimes the knowledge will be like if you see someone who's making wudu wrong and you tell that person how to do the wudu, this is by itself, it's a knowledge. When you spread it, you will get benefit from that. If you share any story of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, even a small story, then you will get benefit from that. If you notice anything and you say it about the Islam and people get benefit from that, that counts towards ilmun yuntafa bih, knowledge that people will get benefit from. And now if we need to apply it in our daily life, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows that you can share things. If you like a post about like Islamic knowledge, if you like a post about like any educational topic, you can share it and people will get benefit from that. But we also need to remember that there's the Sahabi Abdullah ibn Mas'ud used to make a maw'ada every Thursday. So every Thursday, he will bring the stones around him and then he will start making a maw'ada. Kind of like a small talk. And then his companion asked him, why don't you make it every day? And then Abdullah ibn Mas'ud said, "Akhafu an yanam an-nas." So I'm worried that if I keep saying the same thing every day about the same topic, people will get bored. So that's why I have to be careful when I will say it and what exactly I will say, so people will listen and get the benefit from that. So just share with you, like I'm pretty sure everyone knows about WhatsApp. And like, for example, I'll share my personal experience. I get maybe like 20 or 30 posts about Islamic stuff and Islamic knowledge from my mom. I don't read all of them. I mean, and I have so many groups that I get all dua and all of that stuff. Most of these I don't read because it's too much. However, if I have a friend or have someone I trust and then send me like once every while, pretty much I read what they send me and I take it seriously. So this is a reminder for us when we use this technology. It's good that you share everything, but let's be mindful that when you share something, make sure it's ilmun yuntafa bih, knowledge that people will benefit from. It's very easy that you will just click forward all and then that's it and you do your part, but that will not count part of ilmun yuntafa bih because people either will ignore it, either will not treat it, and they will just skip it. But if you are very specific on what you send, what type of post that you send, and what knowledge that you share with them, and they know that this person, whenever they send me something, I really enjoy it, I really get the benefit from. So let's try to train ourselves when we share the knowledge, we take it seriously. We don't take it just like, let's share it with everyone and that's it. No, let's be very specific. When you share like a khatara, when you share like a knowledge with someone, ask about it. So I share a hadith with a brother, I will next day ask him, did you check the hadith that I sent you? What do you think about it? Do we apply it in our daily life? So this way we can make sure that we are actually preparing for our life retirement. We actually prepare that when we pass away, the knowledge that we spread, the knowledge that we share with others actually comes towards us and will benefit us as well. Now, the third part that we will talk about and the third option that we have that we will also, inshallah, get benefits from after our life is waladun salihun yad'u lahu. This is one of the most important part, is waladun salihun yad'u lahu. And if you master this one, you can actually get the first two very easily. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kullukum ra'in wa kullukum mas'ulun an ra'iyah." Everyone is accountable. People that who is managing or who's people who's supporting or people who is actually under his custody. So basically, your kids, this is what you're responsible for. So we as a Muslim, we should raise our kids in an Islamic way. We should raise our kids Islamic parenting. It's not an easy task. It's a very difficult task. Given that we live in a non-Muslim community, kids need very attention. We send our kids to schools that majority of the kids around them, they are not Muslims. It's not easy task for us. We have to spend time with our kids. We have to listen to them. We have to support them. When you raise your kids on something and they go to school, spend the majority of their time with non-Muslims, they get actually connected with them. Their understanding, their concepts will get missed. You as a parent, you have to sit down with them. You have to listen with them. Whenever your kids wondering about Islam, you have to be there for them. Never ignore your kids' question. Never say you can't ask this question. You have to be mindful when they ask questions. When they ask questions about the surrounding area, the surrounding environment, when they teach them, sometimes they teach them something against our religion. you have to explain to them. You should not hide from these things. You should be supportive for your kids. We all work. We all try to maximize our time to provide our kids with the best food, the best shelter, all that. This is obligatory on us. But it's more important that we spend time with our kids. And it's always quality over quantity. You can spend 10 hours with your kids, but you will be on your phone, on TV, just doing something else. But you can spend just 1 hour with your kid. You can basically connect with your kids and raise them the way that we have. So there is a hadith, Prophet Muhammad said, one man was in the day of judgment asking Allah, he was surprised at his status in Jannah. And he asked Allah, how did I get here? I didn't do all that with you to be in this high status in Jannah. And Allah Azza wa Jalla said, this is from your son's istighfar after you passed away. So when you passed away, your son makes istighfar for you. So this is how we should be careful, is that once we pass away, this is what we have, our kids for us. If we raise them the Islamic way, then when they read the Quran, we will get benefit from that. When they do a good deed, they will get benefit from that. And this is come generation after generation. And then you can be in your grave, and then you keep getting reward from your son, from your grandson, from your grandson, because you did your part with your kids. So let's really master the way that we raise our kids and make sure that we raise them in an Islamic way so they can benefit from that. وأقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله. Alhamdulillah. So, brother and sister, in conclusion of our khutbah today, we're talking about the retirement, but not the classic retirement that we work towards all the time. So we're not talking about your work retirement when you get some certain age, you will just retire, stop working and getting paid. Talking about our retirement in life. When we pass away, we need to make sure that our rewards keep counting. And then we do that by applying the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. إذا مات ابن آدم انقطع عمله إلا من ثلاث صدقة جارية علم ينتفع به ولد صالح يدعو له. So if the son of Adam passed away, all the actions and good deeds will stop counting except for 3 items. صدقة جارية, ongoing charity, علم ينتفع به, benefited knowledge that people will get benefit from, and ولد صالح, righteous son that make a dua for his or her father, for his father or her mother. So in the conclusion, we would like to, every time we think about our retirement plan, we should think about these 3 items. So given the tax season is coming right now, and we all will work towards our tax season, try to put all the documents. Whenever you come across the retirement or the word of 401k, just remember, do I have these 3 items gained or not yet? Shall I work on these 3 items? Do I have it ready? Can I have more? Every time you think about the retirement, think about these 3 items: ongoing charity, benefited knowledge, and then righteous son. Always ask yourself these 3 questions. Do I have these 3 or I don't? And if you don't, please make sure that you work towards it. And inshallah, Allah will make it for us that when we pass away, our good deed will keep counting until the day of judgment. إني داعٍ فأبد اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات اللهم ارحم المؤمنين والمؤمنات الأحياء منهم والأموات. Allah, we ask you mercy for our brother and sister on the other side of the world. Allah, we ask you for mercy for and to be with our brother and sister in the suffering area of Muslims. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اتقوا الله وأقيموا الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها يومئذ ينظر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم يومئذ يومئذ يصدر الناس أشتاتا ليروا أعمالهم فمن يعمل مثقال ذرة خيرا يره ومن يعمل مثقال ذرة شرا يره. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Here's the request for the Brother Rafi's parents. So his mother passed away, so we make honor to Allah, Allahumma ighfir laha warhamha wa tub alayha وأدخلها مدخل صدق يا رب العالمين. اللهم اجعل لها الجنة يا رب العالمين. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله.
Thank you so much for coming. That's